All right. Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Transformers Robots in Disguise podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David. Where did I put my notes?
Somewhere.
And tonight we are taking the night off by watching Bumblebee's Night Off, the 34th episode of Transformers Robots in Disguise. First aired April the 9th, 2016, and written by show favorite Margaret Scott.
Yay!
Last seen around these parts, writing Suspended.
Yes, that was fun. Strong arm episodes are good episodes.
Yes, but this is a B episode.
Yes. Character episodes are good episodes.
Yeah, so we open with Bumblebee, Strong. There's another home team episode. Bumblebee, Strongarm, and Grimlock are they're at the rail yard. They're looking for what appears to be like monster cable.
I was thinking that I have opinions about high output cables.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be upsold by some guy at Radio Shack on this stuff.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you buy an actual brand. I have seen so many reviews of cables for the Oculus headset that they tried to do VR things with their gaming PC and it didn't work right because the cable was not actually high output enough for their needs.
Oh, they needed to be upsold to the gold cables?
Get that monster cable. It's totally worth it. It is not worth it. It's
and remember,
not worth it at all.
if you do not use the high-end cable with an Oculus, if you die in the game, you die for real.
Oh, I love it when you die. If you die in the game, you die for real. Stupid Oculus.
Anyway,
there's a very nice nighttime skyline behind this warehouse that they're digging around at.
The main city, the main streets of Crown City.
Yes.
So the Decepticons have been stealing this high output cable, and so they are trying to find it, and then they can use it as bait. But they are finding a whole lot of nothing.
Womp womp.
Until Grimlock finds it, at which point he's promptly attacked by everybody's favorite deranged robotic frog, Springload.
Gotta go to Best Buy for the good cable.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Grimlock is super bitter.
Yes.
He does not want to be doing any of this. Not his plan for tonight.
He is, and Springload, of course, he's working for our Decepticon Island Decepticons because Steeljaw has promised Doradus to him.
I like the idea that he was, Steeljaw was like, oh, you can join me, and he was like, no, I must find Doradus, and Steeljaw was like, I will help you find this thing that you're looking for that I've never heard of, that I'm going to pretend that I now know the location of, so that I can manipulate you into joining us.
Absolutely.
Sure, Doradus, whatever.
So we get a little hopping action scene with our favorite Amphibicon.
Yes, and then Grimlock just kind of gets shot by Bumblebee because everybody is kind of out of practice.
Everybody's... Yeah. Well, they're tired.
Yes.
He has been working them all too hard, and they need a break, and they don't want to be doing this because it's stupid, because who cares if the Decepticons have, like, the best sound system because they spent all the money on the best cables. It's a stupid mission and they don't like it.
Yeah, so Grimlock gets shot and then a cackling Springload just rides the rails out of there, escaping with the cable.
Yes. Man, I need high output cables for my laptop.
So
I wonder if Cybertron has I wonder if Cybertron has hobo signs.
Ooh. I guess they'd be robos.
Yeah, yes.
Robot hobos, robos.
Robo hobos.
I don't know what the equivalent of a pie cooling on a on a windowsill is, though.
Just
Energon.
loose Energon?
Energon cooling on the windowsill.
Energon cubes cooling on the windowsill.
Yeah. You gotta let them cool off after they're done being extruded.
So yeah, they get back to scrap here. They're just going to go right back up, but then he says, listen, you guys need a break. You're working yourselves to the robot bones. And, the Decepticons can wait. But it turns out that they are indeed on the move.
Dun dun.
And it turns out that they've been stealing soundboards, which can be used in Starship weapon systems. And I realized that that's an electronic component. But I was initially thinking of the soundboards that use on, like, radio shows where they've got, like, a bunch of Arnold Schwarzenegger phrases. Which, of course, would be a devastating weapon in their arsenal.
Yes.
We're getting a transmission from the Decepticons. Who's your daddy? What does he do? No, it's not the tumor.
Oh, that old soundboard thing.
Your clothes, give them to me. This may take a while to decrypt. But
we need a junkie on stat.
So once again, we have the Decepticons stealing things that can be used for Starship parts.
Yes. And it seems that their next target will be the Crown City Rumble Dome. That is previously where we saw Headlock and Ground Pounder in, like, that weird Demolition Derby thing.
I meant to look that up. I was wondering if that was the same place or if Crown City was big enough to justify more than one Rumble Dome.
Yes. And specifically, it is a concert by Rear Axle.
Yes.
Which does sound like a band name. Yeah.
It sounds like one of the bands that would be on the Transformers the movie soundtrack.
Yes.
Yes. It does. It's a very Transformer-themed band name.
It's like if Kiss was 5 Stan Bushes.
Yeah, they do look like Kiss in, like, pastel colors.
Yeah, it's their little Kiss, their little Gem and the Holograms.
I definitely thought Gem and the Holograms. Because they've got the eye makeup, but it's all bright colors.
Yes. And they're a real 80s throwback act.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it seems to be implied, like, the way Bumblebee talks about it, they're an older band.
Oh, well, definitely, because we see Denny was a big fan of them in his youth.
Yeah, so they would be an 80s band.
So,
and he pulls out a picture to demonstrate, and he has a mullet.
Yes.
And Russell is appropriately scandalized by this.
Yeah,
now, you do wonder if, Bumblebee was on Earth prior to this, but not in the 80s. He was there, like, 10 years ago in, like, the aughts. So, I guess the question is, was, like, Miko into, like, retro 80s music?
Maybe Miko liked them ironically.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
Because they do seem just a little too soft for her.
Well, I think maybe, like, Bumblebee just couldn't quite understand sarcasm. Like, oh yeah, Bumblebee, you should listen to this. They're great.
She could have sincerely suggested it to him as a thing that he would like that wasn't her thing.
Alternately, remember that she's from Japan. Maybe this is a thing where they're like Cheap Trick.
Bigger in Japan.
Where they're, like, huge in Japan, or like Mr. Big.
Yeah, that could be it too.
Or it's just that they were in the middle of nowhere Midwest town, and they only got a few radio stations.
Though the way that Bumblebee describes their music is very big Stan Bush vibes.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's not quite how they actually sound. Well, mainly because there's no lyrics in the songs we hear, which is kind of detrimental to the episode.
If you fans of our Rescue Bots episodes will know they got a couple of original songs from actual musician Clint Black.
Yeah.
And it would have been pretty cool if they'd been able to get some sort of, like, 80s retro act.
Or Stan Bush.
Or yes, get Stan.
Stan Bush would do it.
He would absolutely do it. When this came out, Stan Bush was very firmly in his career as the guy who did that Transformers song.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this, the Devastation video game came out before this, maybe?
I would say anything prior to, like, the first Michael Bay movie, I'd say maybe that would have been harder to do. But really, from then on, he was just firmly, like, ready to do anything to do with Transformers.
Yeah. So yeah, we could have used a little, the background music we hear in this is fine, but like an actual song would have been, would have really made the episode. I wonder if maybe it was written thinking that they were going to get it, but maybe the budget just couldn't quite allow.
Maybe.
So anyway, Strong Arm is opting out of this because she has to study her traffic citations, and Grimlock is going to try sculpting. And Denny would like to go, but he has to meet Crackpot Carl, the camshaft collector.
Camshafts are not a thing that people would normally collect, no, so I understand why he's a crackpot.
Yeah, that's why he's a crackpot.
But he's a crackpot. Like crackpot sounds weird.
Well, I mean, presumably it's like, it's like an our prices are insane kind of thing.
Yeah. But then what do they nickname Russell?
Or you mean Denny?
Denny, whatever.
A crackpot and I mean, I could possibly go on a Wikipedia dive on it, but it just feels like one of those things that's carried over from, like, the Victorian era. Where we've all forgotten what it originally meant and, I don't know, had to do with some pots, like, container seller in New York City in 1841.
It's like how you call a fake doctor a quack.
Yes. And that's not something that really makes sense right now, but it, used to.
Or it can be traced back to a British term that ends up being racist and you're surprised it is. That happens way too often.
Oops.
Thank you, British Empire.
Apparently it is because pot was slang for head, so it was like this guy's head is cracked.
There you go.
First uses in 1883.
See? It's something from the Victorian era.
Anyway, so this means that Russell is going to have to go with Bumblebee. Russell is, he has plans that he can't think of right now, but he definitely has them.
Definitely some plans.
But no, he has to go, and he is convinced that, he will get out of cleaning up after dinner for a week if he brings Denny back a shirt.
I would have just stood up Crackpot Carl.
So they get there.
He doesn't have any camshafts. We have established that he's not an auto junkyard.
I mean, maybe he collects other things.
Maybe. And he's just known for collecting camshafts.
And that's the main thing he collects.
Yes.
I mean, he may also have a sideline in Billy the Breakfast Beaver statues.
Maybe. That sounds about right. Camshafts and Billy the Breakfast Beaver statues.
Awesome. So they
Next
get there.
time I get to go to a convention, I'm making a Billy the Breakfast Beaver t-shirt. Anyway, sorry.
So yeah, they get there, and Bumblebee is immediately rocking out, and he hopes that they'll do, Carpool Lane to Your Heart.
He's bouncing up and down, and poor Russell's tolerating it.
At one point, like, a couple people walk by him rocking, and I'm sure they're thinking, when this bee's rocking, don't go a-knocking.
No, but then he stops.
Yes, he stops.
Until they pass. And then he starts up again.
I mean,
also, he asks Russell to see if he can pick him up a steering wheel cover.
Yes, size medium.
Yes. He's so excited. Excited bee is best bee.
So Russell gets there, and he gets this shirt, but then he, like I do every time I go to a stadium, he gets totally lost. Ends up in the backstage area where they like lift up, because apparently Rear Axle has an insanely elaborate stage show. We see lasers, we see a rocket that is flying around the Rumble Dome.
Yeah. Lots of extras.
They've got like an army of guys in robot costumes.
Yeah.
They got people wearing like laser tag looking outfits. outfits. It's a lot. I'll just say that when I went to see Ben Folds, it didn't look anything like this.
No.
But what if it had? Just
I mean, they may have just hired like a touring company of Starlight Express here.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the props aren't the only thing back here, because there's also our villains of the episode. It's Bisk.
Yay!
Yes.
Everyone's favorite villainous gamer lobster.
Yeah, well, he may be my second favorite lobster in the show.
So, as a brief side story, I forget exactly how it came up, but I brought up to my sister, who has two sons of 10 and 7 years old, that a few years ago, the Transformers series decided that all the Decepticons needed to be furries. And their leader was just absolutely absurdly sexy. And also I sent her a few pictures of them from like the wiki, and one of them I sent her was Clamped Down. And I found a YouTube video that was like all of Steeljaw's stuff, all of his appearances. Because I was like, look at this absurdly sexy wolf robot man. And a few minutes into it, she just types out, "The crab!" Which is that's an entirely reasonable reaction to Clamp Down. I don't think I got to the point of telling her that there was a lobster who was named Bisk, but I absolutely need to bring that up, like, tomorrow on chat.
And then later, there's one named Thermidor.
Okay, yeah.
Who's an old-timey sea captain.
I kind of prefer Thermidor, but Bisk has a funnier name.
It's not only an anthropomorphic lobster. He's got a food name.
Yeah.
He's great.
And like so many Decepticons, he's also come with a pal of Minicon buddies.
Oh,
they're so cute!
Anvil and Hammer.
Yes, they're probably my favorite Minicon designs in this entire show.
Anvil is kind of like a little gargoyle man.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Hammer is like a little dragon.
Yeah,
yes.
And there are toys of at least one of them that looks nothing like them.
Well, that's sad.
But they're
I
toys
thought
of
Anvil
both.
was like an owl at first, but no, I think he's more of a gargoyle.
And they're both voiced by a very prominent voice actor, Carlos Alazraqui.
Oh! Okay.
He is Rocco on Rocco's Modern Life.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yes, he's Spyro the Dragon.
And they just have him come be these little, barely articulate creatures.
Yeah,
he's also the British stage manager a little later on.
Oh, yeah, that makes it. He's also on Reno 911.
Yeah, he's a couple guys on Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Man.
But true 90s kids will remember him as the voice of the Taco Bell Chihuahua.
Yep.
I need to make a point of looking up these things before I watch the episode, because now I want to watch the episode again with that in mind. Also, how did we go from this to the Netflix War for Cybertron stuff?
I know.
It hasn't been that long.
By union, people. Listen to Jorts the cat.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a baby Jorts the cat now. It's my new foster.
So yeah, if you want to be bodily transported back to the year 1999, do as I did and look up the Taco Bell Godzilla commercials on YouTube.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I guess.
1998.
I guess Anvil's toy does kind of look like him.
Hammer has a bunch of recolors, and one of them basically looks like him.
Yeah, one of them's the right color, but it's not really the right shaped dragon because he doesn't have 4 legs. But damn it! Now I want Anvil.
Anyway, it could be sort of along the same lines as Toka and Razor in
yes,
Ninja Turtles 2. Babies! They're babies!
They are. They're so cute. They don't know how to do anything.
They're just like these feeble, stupid Pokemon guys.
They are. And just expecting them to help you do crimes.
Bisk just hates them so much.
He does. They're trying.
So Russell's sneaking around. He accidentally drops some symbols, and so Bisk is all, find me what made that noise, and they bring him the symbols.
Yeah. Well, that's what made the noise.
At one point, they just turn into balls with guns on them and start shooting everything.
Yeah,
not subtle.
Because, of course, they have to be very careful in yanking out this soundboard and disconnecting everything so that, it remains intact.
Yes, because they actually need to use this equipment. They're not just here to ruin the concert. They actually need the equipment. You would think they could, rob the bus after the show, but no, they have to do it.
Steal it mid-concert so that they can make the kind of bombs that Boba Fett uses on his ship that make sound booms.
Oh, like the sick guitar lick bombs?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's the way they describe what they're for the defense mechanism on the ship.
And it's also entirely possible that Bisk understands little enough of how human concerts work that he doesn't understand that this equipment will be probably under minimal guard outside of the facility with a lot fewer people if you just wait 3 or 4 hours.
I guess the deal now is that he can, due to their elaborate stage show, he can appear to be part of the show if he is caught stealing it.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. His babies are so good. They're so round and dumb.
So Russell's able to hide, or he's able to escape via this scissor lift, getting up to the stage and just sort of putting the shirt on and pretending that he's part of the crew. He says, "Hey, everything's good down there. Rock on." He flashes him the horns.
He already claimed to be the son of one of the.
Oh, that comes later.
Band members. That's when he gets in.
Yeah.
Is it? I thought that was
that's
later on when
he's.
I got that later in my notes.
That's when he sneaks Bumblebee in.
Right, because then he gets to the parking lot. He finds multiple cars that are not Bumblebee, and sets off their car alarms.
Because Bumblebee is a popular make of car, which, hey, after the movies, yes, so many cars are decoed like Bumblebee.
Kinda was.
This is true, yes.
Although, most of the times when I would see cars decoed like Bumblebee, they were always Mustangs. Which was freaking weird.
That's not right.
You have Barricade decoed like Bumblebee. And that annoyed me for 3 years straight. Because there was a couple of those cars around here. Anyway.
So anyway, he does eventually find the actual Bumblebee, who is still rocking out, hoping to hear Carpool Lane to Your Heart. Cut back in Scrapyard, where indeed Strong Arm is studying her traffic citations, and Grimlock is sculpting by reducing large rocks to smaller rocks.
Well, yes, and Fix It's complaining about that, the basics. It's like, well, that's how sculpting works, Fix It. That is the definition of sculpting.
You just don't understand art.
No. Fix It just doesn't understand art.
You're chiseling away at the outer rock to reveal the statue inside. By breaking the ground with your tail, but...
Yes. That's important.
So Russell gets it. Yeah, so anyway, Russell gets into B. He gets in via a real, "Don't you know who my dad is?"
Yes.
Because he claims to be the son of Rear Axle's drummer.
Sticking with that.
But unfortunately, the other Autobots are now stuck in traffic.
I mean, you don't really want to go driving around an arena around a big concert.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess the thing is, you'd think it would be quiet now because the show isn't let out yet, and people should presumably already be there if they're going.
I guess that's a good point. Sorry, they're just conveniently stuck in traffic.
Yes. So we also run into the stage manager, who is extremely British and also voiced by Carlos Elizakri.
Yay!
And also, of note, it's a family affair, as he has a daughter who's a voice actor, and who's on that new Star Trek Prodigy.
Oh. Ooh. That's cool.
Which is it's a pretty fun show.
So I've heard.
It's got
Janeway.
It does. And, surprisingly, a little bit of Chakotay.
Oh. Really?
Yes.
I guess he wanted to have stuff to do with Star Trek again. I thought by the time that show ended, he was just trying to get fired.
Basically, yes. He was doing all but, that Seinfeld episode where George Costanza's trying to get fired? I assume he was just driving in the parking lot with, Gene Roddenberry's urn dragging behind his car. Or, I don't know, a model of Deep Space Nine or whatever.
One of the production models.
But, I guess, it's been 20 years, and voice acting's easy enough, and it's paycheck. I'm just waiting for the imminent return of Neelix on that show.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Hey, Ethan Phillips is still around, everybody.
I know. It's just the thought of Neelix coming back. It's like you could rehabilitate Neelix, who was an annoying character in cartoon form, or you could make him even more annoying. You could go. It's only those two options.
Can only make him much better or much, much worse.
Yeah.
So anyway, we run into this stage manager who's extremely British and strong Spinal Tap vibes from this guy.
Yes.
This is definitely a guy who has had a miniature Stonehenge almost trampled by a little person.
Oh, the Stonehenge.
No, we're not doing Stonehenge. Anyway, so Bisk ends up on stage because he stole one of the soundboards, but he needs the other one that is being used in the concert. So Bisk ends up fighting B, and everybody assumes that it is part of the show.
Well, everybody, including the band, except for the manager, who's kind of like, wait, did I plan this? Yes, I must have. But the fight looks really cool with the laser lights.
It's got the lasers and the guys in Tron costumes.
Yeah, it's just I wish there were lyrics to the song to go along with the fight. Like that's the only thing really lacking there. And
this is unfortunately the end for Anvil and Hammer because B just tosses them into the speakers, and they make a futile attempt to get up a little later. But they are done. But that's okay, because Bisk never liked playing on multiplayer anyway.
Yeah.
Bisk. I forgot about his game thing.
Yeah, because it's such a minor thing in this episode. He says, what is it, 2 lines, maybe 3?
Well, I just mean, from his previous appearance, I had forgotten about it.
Well, he does say that Bumblebee is the one player he's never defeated. And then he says that being on stage here is like being in a video game.
Oh, yeah. Which is kind of neat.
But it's minor enough that I wonder if maybe this was initially written for... this script you could kind of plug in any 2 Decepticons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Springload has that line about Doradus, but you could have added that later once Hasbro said, okay, we'd like to sell these guys this week.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with a lot of, cold open Decepticons at the show anyway.
Yes. So yeah, there is a fight. It is very cool, and indeed, Bumblebee does defeat him.
Yeah, but again, it would have been cooler if lyrics
absolutely.
in the song inspired him during the fight. Instead, it's just the rhythm of the music and I'm part of the show.
You could have even gone with The Touch or Dare.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The Touch might be too much. Dare would have been great.
I do, I feel like complaining about the music would have been unreasonable if we hadn't gotten completely new songs by an established musician in Rescue Bots.
2 new songs!
Rescue Bots, though, that definitely, it kind of feels like one of those, somebody knew somebody or somebody had small children who liked the show kind of things.
That's part of it, but it also feels like, wait, Rescue Bots had a bigger budget than this? That's probably not true, but it feels
like They spent all their budget here on guest voice actors.
And also probably a higher animation budget, because I'm pretty sure Rescue Bots is Flash or something like Flash.
Yeah, it's cheaper to animate, so I guess they had room for songs, but it's still...
And also, meanwhile, Russell's shirt has been crawling through back rooms, and somebody spills what appears to be chili on it, or possibly gravy.
Shallow gravy?
I think it was chili from a chili dog.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was chili from a chili dog or if it was gravy from poutine.
I don't think this is filmed in Canada.
I think we have presumed that Crown City is in the U.S., so it would not be poutine.
Do you not have poutine at all in the States?
No.
Not at a concert.
In very rare occasions, specifically as a Canadian novelty. Usually, ironically.
If you're near the border and in a diner, you might be able to get poutine.
Or I mean, you could get what the American equivalent of disco fries.
Yeah, it would have been called disco fries. That's no.
Not a fan of disco fries.
I don't like the gravy on it. It's ugh.
You don't put gravy on French fries at all?
No.
What?
Gravy is for turkey. And to be honest, I prefer beef gravy on my turkey. Oh, and mashed potatoes, of course.
I mean, what are mashed potatoes but the final form of French fries?
Well, yes. But that's the thing. It has to be in mashed potato form. Regular fries, it's like, I want my fries crispy on the outside and a little bit sweet.
Anyway, so yeah, so this shirt is ruined, but thankfully, Rear Axel reaches the climax of their concert, and Bisk is defeated.
Yay!
Alas,
so they just get tossed into a box. They get smuggled out of the concert, and also Bumblebee and Russell take a totally rad picture with Rear Axel.
It's a very good picture.
And Denny is fine with the shirt because it's pre-distressed.
Yes. Also, Bumblebee gets out by everyone just assuming that he's in costume.
Yes. It requires a little suspension of disbelief, but
I've seen some pretty impressive
episode.
Costumes at some of the Transformers conventions.
This is true. Never one that big, though.
Well, yeah, maybe not that big.
Was it, what theme park was it that they had the big Megatron costume?
That's
Universal
Islands
Studios?
of Adventure?
Oh, okay. Universal or something, yeah. Yeah, because that one looked neat. That's kind of what these
I mean, that's a big
doing.
guy, but it's not the size of a car.
No. But Bumblebee's kind of a small car, and Bisk is bigger, yes.
Yes, well, you definitely see he's a lot bigger than, you can, like, hold him in one of his claws.
Yeah, which is weird, since he's also a car of similar size.
Maybe he just unfolds bigger?
Yeah, he's a lobster. His chitin just folds out.
I think it's chitin.
Chitin, whatever. Latin.
Alright, and so that is Bumblebee's Night Off. I enjoyed this one a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a really fun episode. I definitely got, like, when I saw the picture of the band, my first thought was Jem and the Holograms. I think it's because their face paint was, like, bright colors.
Yes.
Yeah, just the cheesiness of Bumblebee being so into a band is delightful.
I like the idea of him being super into a band, like when he was Prime Bumblebee and didn't even talk. He was still, like, super into this band.
Mm-hmm.
Just beeping excitedly about it.
So yeah, so the, I did enjoy this one a lot. So I believe that now brings us to David's Tokusatsu Corner.
Yes, Live Man good. In our Discord, we've been watching. We switched over to Live Man a while ago, and we're in the middle of the series, and more Rangers are showing up. Finally, which is weird.
Live Man!
Yes. It's a good show. It's fun. Come to Discord, watch. It's fun. Anyway, this week on Gosei Sentai, Die Ranger, an idol's first experience. Wait, that sounds dirty. But it is not.
I think I saw that, Hentai Dodenshi.
Oh yeah, that probably is the title. Anyway,
It's about Minmay.
this is an odd one, kind of.
I'm old.
The Pink Ranger runs into this guy to save a bird. He takes a photo of her. And through the process, he's like a music producer or something. And he gets her into becoming an idol. And there's a photo magazine of her. And she starts recording songs. And the other Rangers are obsessed to buy her photo book. It's weird. So like the first third of the episode is just that. Like her becoming an idol over the process of what seems like a month or more, recording songs, having magazines come out. It's like what is going on? It's like so much time is happening, unless it's happening in a few days, which is insane. Anyway, it turns out the photographer guy is in a dark room talking to himself, and then one of the bad guys shows up because he's the monster of the week.
Ooh.
He's media magician who bumped into her to con her to take photos of her, and every photo he takes steals a bit of her chi power, so then eventually at the end of the episode she can't turn into a ranger anymore because chi power is how they transform. Mm-hmm. And also he's using the chi power taken from her to instill in posters he puts around town that will convert normal people into like fanged zombies controlled by the chi power, and then they gather in large groups and reach their hands up to tall buildings, and the buildings explode in stock footage. It's weird.
Yeah, it sounds a little weird.
It's an odd plot to begin with, and it's so complicated and seems to take forever compared to where most plans seem to like, okay, we do this over the course of like 3 days. No, this one's a really long con. Was this happening in the background of other episodes? Anyway, while the Pink Ranger is singing and recording a new song, the Rangers are fighting the media magician who looks like Tetsuo the Iron Man, but with a camera for a face. It's unsettling. I kind of don't like the design of this monster at all. And he's like wrapped around in film. It's weird. Anyway, where's he? But the producer monster, and after he beats up the Rangers, he goes back to her, and he's bleeding, and she takes care of him, bandaging his injury, because she doesn't know he's the monster, because she's been busy with all his music stuff. Mm-hmm. And it turns out, the monster was kind of falling for her, and he takes her to a beach with romantic lighting and confesses, I am one of the Gorma. I am a monster. And she's like, no, you're a good person, even if you're a Gorma. And even though you beat up my Ranger friends, who I didn't see off screen. So his heart is turned around, and the Gorma lady, Gara, who was in charge of him, shows up at the beach. It's like, fuck you, we're taking the chi power out of them so we can beat the shit out of the Rangers. And he's like, no, you will not attack her, and stands in front of her. And the villain kills the monster of the week. Because he was standing in the way. It's like, God damn it. Messing up the plan. Oh well, whatever, the plan's working. Because the Ranger can't transform. But oh no! Killing him gave her the spirit to be so angry. She transforms with chi power again and punches the villain woman in the face. And then the villain woman's like completely done with it. Fuck it, I'll throw a bomb at the monster that I already killed. He explodes and turns giant, so there's a giant monster fight. But he's basically just, he's dead already, and the Rangers just have to kill him. And then there's melancholy at the end. It's like, we had to kill the sad monster man. It's a sympathetic villain episode that doesn't feel like one, because almost half of the episode is about becoming an idol. Mm-hmm. It's very weird. Although this does fall into the category of, we made up an excuse to have the female Ranger in the show dress up in various things like, she's in a bikini and a Chinese cham song dress during the making of a music video because she sings, the actress playing her sings the song, which, hey, music tie-in albums and shit. It's
buy a record.
Yes, it's a very buy a record. Here's an episode where the woman of the team gets in different outfits, but there's so much going on in this stupid episode. And it's weird that he becomes a sympathetic villain when he looks so hideous as a monster. Like, usually it's like a slightly charming monster. Like, it's a bee monster that looks kind of cute or something. Or it's a broken robot that doesn't really want to be evil, but he's being abused. But it's like, no, this is the cameras and film just glued all together in this monstrosity. And we have pathos out of this creature. So
now you have to feel sorry for it.
Yes, it's an interesting episode, but weird choice. Weird choices. And the time scale. What? Like weeks happen, months happen. Odd. Anyway.
Alright, so that does it for us for this week. You can find us, until next week though, you can find us all over the internet. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon set up to help with hosting and other expenses. That is at patreon.com/iaconunderground. We have not settled on what we're doing for March just yet, because we have a Spider-Man No Way Home episode that is sitting there waiting to be fired off as soon as that becomes available, which should be later this month. But we've also got exciting plans to see what's going on with this Morbius character via the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. In which he has some big Tommy Wiseau energy. One of those things, and then probably the other one will be our April episode. So lots of fun stuff with our Patreon. Every month we do one exciting, super interesting, usually 2 hour or so episode just because we keep talking. And those are as little as $1 a month to join in for that. You get access to our whole back catalog with a lot of really fun stuff in it. And also every new episode as they come out. Like I've said, I like keeping our cost low for that because our overhead is not excessive. So yeah, you can help out with that and get one fun episode a month every month for that.
All right. So until next time when we find ourselves impounded, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David.
All right.
Oh, wait. Okay. Yes. Yeah. My squiggles are squiggling. Sorry. I'm trying GarageBand this time.
Okay.
But I did remember to turn off the metronome sound this time.
There's a metronome sound? That sounds horrendous.
Well, because if you're singing, then you might want a metronome.
Or if you're trying to hypnotize somebody.
Yes, or if you're trying to hypnotize somebody. But okay, my squiggles are going, so I am all set.
Okay.